ladies and gentlemen. This is Tina Hull. How are you doing? Let me just fix the camera. I've been playing with it this morning. How are things going? So this is my first live. So my Instagram and Facebook pages were hacked. And so I've been playing with YouTube a little bit more. And it's been interesting and fun, and I've been doing some shorts, and now this is my first live, so I'm very excited to be here. So the title of this is, how do you feel about your body and your mind when it comes to your anxiety? What do you think also when it comes to your body and your mind? So a lot of times we get caught up in our heads, and we think that we're coming from a victim state when we do this, and there's no judgment, there's no criticism, it's just awareness. So we have a tendency to think our body or our minds are doing this to us. And the truth is, it's a part of us. So we, the human, are running the show. I know, tough pill to swallow sometimes. And I get that. So we have to take responsibility where responsibility lies, and it starts and ends with us. So what can you do? How do you feel? How do you feel? Like, what are the words and the feelings that you have towards your body and or your mind? So do you get upset and pissed off, and you're angry and you're disappointed and you're scared, maybe you're feeling freaked out because you're not sure? And are you telling yourself stories like, because I'm in menopause or perimenopause, then that's why I have it? Are you telling yourself stories that it will never get better? Are you telling yourself stories like, it happened to me because I'm a bad person? Or why is it happening to me because I'm not a bad person? I've heard that a lot. So we've got to understand that it is just what it is. We have anxiety. That's all it means. You have anxiety. And it's an opportunity for us to heal. There's a part of you that is out of alignment with your body and your soul self. So what is going on in your life that's creating it in the first place? Maybe it's from your past, maybe there was past trauma, maybe you've got some triggers that have occurred recently. Perhaps there's an intense emotional negative experience that you had that's brought it up. I mean, there's a number of factors, and just be aware. So you want to pay attention to why it occurs when it occurs. So there might be a thought. It tends to be a momentum thing. So perhaps somebody said something to you that triggered you. And because that triggered you, then you had another thought that makes it worse, and then another negative thought, and then another negative thought, and then another negative thought, and it builds on each other. And it becomes this ball of energy, which then goes down the hill and eventually crashes. And maybe the crash is your anxiety kicks in at all-time high. Maybe you go into a panic attack. Maybe you cut yourself or self-harm. Maybe you are a hoarder. Maybe you are someone that self-isolates and is depressed and don't know what to do because you're feeling all these emotions and you aren't expressing them, not in a healthy way. So oftentimes we have a tendency to actually put the emotions underneath the rug, not deal with them right now. Tell ourselves that it's something that is I'll just push through it. I'll get through it. And the truth is that that's part of the reason why you have anxiety in the first place. The anxiety is a buildup of all these stored emotions, all these stored negative emotions, all these stored negative memories, all these stored negative parts of you that haven't healed. And so we want to address that. And I believe within my entire being that you can heal from your anxiety, that you can heal from anything. Whether it's a condition, illness, or disease, or you have anxiety, overwhelm, your heightened stress levels, any of that, it's just a signal telling you that you're out of alignment, that something's not working in your life, that you need to shift. So a lot of the clients I've been working with recently have been realizing that they're people pleasers. And I was one of them, and I didn't even know. Like, it's so subtle sometimes that you're not aware of it. Because a lot of times I do have an attitude where I don't care about what other people think or say or do. And there are times where I concede and I allow things to happen because I don't want to disrupt things. And it's not necessarily a people-pleasing thing, but it's don't want confrontation. I don't want to have to deal with the underlying issues. And so I'm avoiding. So if this is you, then let me know, because you're not, it's not uncommon. It's pretty common, actually. So you are not alone. I want to let you know that first and foremost, because many, unfortunately, people are struggling with this. So we want to embrace ourselves back to the whole. So when I have my clients that have had cancer, or they've had breast removals, or they've had low back pain for a long time, and there's a hold in that area because the trauma stays stored. It gets locked in at the cellular level within our bodies. So what do we do about that? Well, we have to embrace our body parts back. You have to embrace your mind back. You keep telling yourself, oh my gosh, I can't imagine, I can't believe, my mind again. What's wrong with me? I feel like I'm going crazy. Something's got to be wrong. And there's something wrong in the sense that you're out of alignment. So it's a signal. But there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you personally. That's all it is. So what we also do is we wrap emotions around these things. So then we get all upset and worked up over the fact that we're having these issues and the struggles and the unwellness. And the unwellness is simply because we're out of alignment. We're pushing wellness away. In your car, you have that check light engine, or engine, whatever it's called, it's light. Comes on when they want you to check your engine. It's the same thing. Your body is giving you a signal that something's out of alignment, something's wrong. And when we're people pleasers, we have a tendency to be overgiving. And we take care of everybody else. And we don't worry about ourselves. And we put ourselves on the back burner if we're on the burner at all. And if you're a woman and a mother, this is very common. There's men that are like that too. I'm not dishing men and saying it doesn't happen, but it's very common amongst women. And so I really want you to feel into that. How important are you on your list? How much are you loving you, taking care of you, I said this to a friend the other day. If you don't take care of you, who will? I know, tough pill to swallow. And that's the truth. So we want to take care of ourselves first and foremost. So, when you're on the airplane and the stewardess at the beginning of the flight introduction, they say if the air mask drops down, then you're supposed to put your mask on first, and then you help the person beside you. Same thing. We got to love on ourselves, fill ourselves up, fill our cups up so we overflow onto our friends and family, so that you're not bitter, you're not resentful, you're not frustrated, you're not angry. And I was there. I can tell you I was honestly there. And it's not fun. And I remember constantly saying to myself, like, who's going to take care of me? I'm taking care of everybody else. Who's going to take care of me? And when I started doing this personal development work, I started to realize that it's all about me. And I have to be the one to take care of me. Just like you have to be the one to take care of your body, and you have to be one to take care of your mind. So we can control our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions and all these, our stories that we tell ourselves and the beliefs that we have and who you see yourself and how you are being, all in our control. And I know when you have anxiety, it's tough because we're in it and we don't see any of what I'm saying, that it could be a reality for you. And the God's honest truth is it can. So I really want you to tap into that and know that you can control. I'm working with clients right now that I've had just a couple sessions with, and already they're starting to take back control and they're coaching themselves. And when an intrusive thought comes, they're saying, not interested. That's not true. It doesn't have to be true. So what are you telling yourself? How are you experiencing things? I'll leave it there. Thank you for joining me. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.